Ladies and gentlemen, Resident Evil 2 is nearly upon us. Now, I'm sure everyone has had a chance to get their hands on the demo, but I'm not here to talk about that. I want you guys to dream with me a little bit. You know, Capcom has been doing well with Monster Hunter coming out, with this game coming out pretty soon, and with Devil May Cry 5. Capcom is looking like they're making a return in a strong way. But how badass would it be if Akuma is in Resident Evil 2? My name is Jeremy, and let me go through the reasons why I believe Akuma should be in the Resident Evil 2 remake. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Jeremy, what the hell are you talking about? Like, you're not even making sense. Why would you put a Street Fighter character in Resident Evil? I'll tell you why. Back in the day when I was growing up, there was rumors going around that you are able to play as Akuma in Resident Evil 2. This originated from an EGM2 magazine, and they had a section called Tips of the Month. And in there, they had a secret where you can unlock and play as Akuma. This ended up being an April Fool's joke, but let me pull up the picture so you understand what I'm talking about. People didn't have a concept of Photoshop in the 90s, so when we saw Akuma throw fireballs at a zombie and come out of the cryo tank, we thought it was real. Now let me talk about the conditions. The conditions were beat the game 6 times, all A rank with only the knife and handgun. On the 7th game, enter Akuma in the lab computer in both scenarios. Akuma will emerge and he is able to go through any door. He can also throw fireballs at zombies. The secret ended up being an April Fool's joke. But if you want more information regarding the rumor, I'll leave a link with the video in the description below. With Capcom having a chance to remake Resident Evil 2, wouldn't it be cool if they included Akuma in the game? If Capcom were to include Akuma in Resident Evil 2, it would be a great nod to the game's history. Not to mention, this is not the first time Capcom threw a nod. Back in Street Fighter 2, there was a rumor that you can fight Ken and Ryu's master called Shenlong. While that was untrue, they would later remake the character into Gouken in Street Fighter 4. So how cool would it be if you were able to play as Akuma and do combos on zombies like in Tekken? Or even better, let's just say, hey, nah, we can't play as Akuma, it would be too broken. Well, what if you were able to fight Akuma? Now think about it like this, I'll set it up. So say you go through the game 6 times and you beat it all A rank, and then let's just say on the 7th time you run into Mr. X. Right, and you're running as Leon or Claire, whoever you're deciding, and then out of nowhere, Akuma comes in through a wall, beats up Mr. X, and finishes him off with a raging demon, and all you have is like your shitty pistol. You have to run from him, and as you try to escape, Akuma just continues the pursuit. If you try to go to a save room, he actually goes in there, and he can demon you.
You know what would be funny? While Akuma's chasing you, he doesn't use the English voice. He uses the Japanese voice, so he's shouting at you in Japanese. And then Leon is like, doesn't understand. He's like, what the hell? What is this?
How sick would that be? And how sick would it be to be able to even shoot Akuma in the head? And, you know, I just think it would be a really cool idea either way. Now, Capcom could throw this in the main game and that would be amazing fan service. But also, I think it would be a great DLC to include. Akuma is a very popular character. This idea is so groundbreaking that people will just appreciate Capcom even thinking about it. So let me know what you guys all think. Would you rather play as Akuma, or would you rather fight Akuma as a boss? Or let's just say, or how about this? Let's combine both ideas. What if you have to fight Akuma, and if you beat him, then you get to play as him? Anyway, let me know what you all think in the comments below. I believe this is something Capcom should do because it'll help reestablish their trust with the consumer. And I think it would send the message that Capcom is back and that they're listening to the fans. And ultimately, that's kind of what we want. Alright guys, so this is Jeremy, and I'm signing off, but if you want to join me on my experience with Resident Evil 2 Live, feel free to join me at www.twitch.tv/FallaYoDreams. Peace.